We're in a spiritual war, and there's spiritual warfare going on. Many people are dealing with trauma during this time, and this message is to help us get through the trauma, how to heal the trauma, and move forward with our lives. Right now, as I'm coming on the live stream, I had trauma. Yesterday, I tried to have a live stream to share with all of you, and 2 consecutive times in a row, that live stream was attacked. And I didn't connect with all of you. And as I'm making this right now, I didn't know if it was going to connect. It happened, and that was my last experience with the live stream. And I might feel, oh, it's going to happen again. The live stream is going to get attacked again, but we're here. And this is a real life example of how we deal with trauma during World War III, a spiritual war. And, certain things happen, and it's a little kooky and crazy. And today we're going to be speaking about experiences that we're all having during a spiritual war. We're going to be talking about traumas from past lives, childhood, and the current traumas that we're all experiencing. A lot of them are new during World War III. So please smash the like button. It really helps others find this message. When you click the like button, it helps the algorithms, and that's the way that we get the message out to the people. Metaphysical Mike, I really appreciate the support. Mike writes, Michael, I woke up with my heart racing, had lots of nightmares. I have been releasing heavy frequencies. I've been experiencing over-sensitivity in my nervous system, breathing heavier, tiredness, anger, irritability. What about you? And thank you for the support, Metaphysical Mike. And that is very much in alignment with what I'm feeling. There is a lot of anxiety that's going on right now. There's very heavy frequencies. Some people don't, feel it. I could see and I could feel in the ether right now, something is off. And there's a very heaviness, there's a darkness. If you're new to the channel, you should check out the energy theme of December and how they enact spiritual warfare on you during December. And we're literally all witnessing it right now. Nature Boy, woo! Thank you so much for the support. Me too, Metaphysical Mike. Hang in there. Everyone, let the feelings be. Let it be. Just step back and observe. Observe it as you feel it. Then boldly run towards it. Don't resist. I love you, Nature Boy. And yes, Nikola Tesla said that we are the observer. You have to be an observer at this time. I'm observing a lot of things, and I'm reporting it back to all of you. That's why Commander is on the ground. We have to actually have first-hand experience. That's why we're in this spiritual war. That's why we're on this plane. It's a lot harder to do. But what you are doing, if you're getting this message right now, you're actually transmuting all of the energy. We're all kind of scattered around the world right now, and we are placed in a specific position to transmute this dense energy right now during World War III. In World War III, it's not something with bombs. There's not going to be bombs and all this other stuff, right? Like the old wars. This is an informational consciousness war. And there's a lot of spiritual aspects behind this war, and we're going to talk about it today. Trauma is a very big part of what every person that's going through their ascension journey, their awakening journey, trauma is very, it's straight and it's right in front of our face. We actually can't ignore it. Some people are actually trying to ignore all the craziness that's happening in yesterday's video that they tried to stop spiritually. I think it was literally a spiritual attack on the Wi-Fi because there's things in the ether right now. A lot of people are closing their eyes to this filth known as Balenciaga. You should check out yesterday's video. If you missed yesterday's video, please go to the channel page. It's really important. And a lot of people, they want to close their eyes, but we actually, as the Nature Boy said, we have to go straight to that energy. We have to go and we have to obliterate it with the light when we shine the light on it, right? A lot of this stuff, it hides in the darkness. So before we get into today's lesson, it's a very powerful message today. Let's remove all of the trauma. If you're listening to this right now, we're sending you the 432 hertz frequency to remove traumas from your everyday life. you're all healing for all of your ancestors. Your DNA is what this spiritual war is all about. Oh, DNA has many spiritual aspects. And you have to realize this. You're all healing your traumas. I'm doing it alongside all of you. It's important that we do this. And it takes a tremendous amount of energy. Your DNA is an energy amplifier. It's coiled like the Tesla coil. So you're like a human power plant. So we gave everyone enough time to get on the live stream. This is a very powerful message today. A lot of people are dealing with trauma. If you're dealing with trauma, you could share in the chat right now, and you could share it in the comments if you're watching on the replay. So if you haven't done so already, please click the like button. I appreciate if you do it right now. It really helps others get on this live stream if you're watching live. If you're watching on the replay, it helps others stumble across this message that they might have never seen if you didn't click the like button. If this channel and message resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. Sometimes I come on for 2 days. I might come back on tonight, everyone. And especially if we have a mishap like we did yesterday when the live stream went down, if you click the bell and select all, you're going to get a notification. A lot of people didn't know where the video was, but it all kind of worked out in the end. But it's really important. I had to help someone yesterday. I have a friend that's watching. He's probably watching right now. I had to do it for him on his phone. If you have trouble doing it, have someone do it for you. Just click the bell, select all, and you'll get the update whenever we go on. If you'd like to join our Patreon, we hold live Zoom meetings. We have more uncensored content on Patreon. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link at the pinned comment. We all have to realize that there is a spiritual war that's happening. And we go through dark activity during this time period. Yesterday on my journey, I went through a dark moment. You know, I've been on YouTube for over 4 years. I guess I've been doing live streams for about 3 years now. And for, say, 3 years, I never had a live stream. I had a live stream glitch before, but actually getting on, and for it to happen 2 times in a row like it did yesterday, you know, I was very upset. I was angry. You know, I wanted to get the message out. I showed all of you what the will beats the skill means. You know, they could have the skill of maybe shutting down, you know, interacting with Wi-Fi's and other things. There's a spiritual war going on. You have to real say, oh, people said, oh, wow, the day he wanted to talk about and expose this creature called Baal, the live stream went down. So now I come on today, and my previous experience was what just happened. So, you know, I had a little bit of anxiety coming on. I had trauma. So sometimes things happen to us, and then we have trauma. Maybe you got burnt by a relationship. Maybe you had a very bad experience with a job. You might have just started a new job, and you're worried. You know, they might ask you to do something illegal and unlawful, like injecting an experiment inside of you. And you might have, I know a lot of people have trauma with the work. Some people have traumas of paying their bills. You know, we always have this trauma. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen next? What's going to shake up our lives next? And we're not on solid ground. We don't have the solid footing right now. We're actually in the energy of the void. So we're all creating a new reality. And, you know, you're all brave warriors. Because you're going beyond what you were accustomed to. We expect things to happen again. It's the subconscious program. Especially, and I'll use yesterday as an example. If it happened once and then I rebooted it and I got back on and it just worked, you know, it would be okay. But it happened a couple of times. So you know, on our journey, we have a couple of bad things happen. On my journey, you know, since, you know, about a past year and a half, I've had so many, you know, crazy things happen to me. And, you know, it's like we're bracing for impact. We're waiting for the next crazy event to happen to, you know, shake our lives. And we're like bracing for impact because we have this trauma. And I'm just like all of you. A lot of us are feeling this right now. You know, So many people have shared. I'm reading the comments. I am experiencing it. People that we know on our journey, we might know them for years or, almost a whole lifetime. And they are losing their minds right now. Do you know people, could be friends, coworkers, family members, that are totally losing their mind? It's like you're dealing with a totally different person. You knew this person for years, and now they're acting like totally opposite. They're fragmenting the mind, they're breaking us down, and they're making people vulnerable for demonic possession, attachments. This is a spiritual war. And if you're realizing this right now, if you're witnessing people lose their mind, you could share, you could raise your hand in the chat. Metaphysical Mike, thank you so much for the support. Mike writes, I had a job interview 2 days ago, and the hiring manager asked me what I did all day and if I ever called out sick at other jobs. Found it disturbing. Yeah, they're trying to see what's going on and how you're going to act. But you know what? Everyone's life is different. Sometimes we're sick and sometimes, we're healthy. And we have our peaks and valleys. Our lives have peaks and valleys. My Nana used to tell me that, I've shared this many times. Please give the video a like if you're learning something new. The life has peaks and valleys, and I shared that we learn the important stuff, the important life lessons through our family, not through the fake failing schools. Many parents, especially on this channel, are pulling their children out of school. They're not even waiting for the end of the year. They're pulling them out right now. If you have pulled your child out of school, if you're homeschooling your child, you could write homeschool. Homeschool is exploding right now. And there's so many digital things, so many things that are being worked on right now. I know some people working on very powerful material so that parents can homeschool their children and get out of those buildings that make the children sick. Wired Well, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Well writes, trauma and anxiety overload. Been light warriors with you. Michael, please help us grow our new channel on Wired Well. Yeah, check out Wired Well. Tremendous channel. I love you all. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, we're all sticking together. Collectively, we're greater than the sum of our parts, and you're going to see the enemy at this time. We're all banding together through vibrational synchronization. Simply your daily attention, that's all that we need. Because when I come on and you're all in the chat and we're both, it's a positive feedback loop in science, right? A positive feedback loop. Remember, I shared the science of waves. Some people, the science of, the vibes, feel the vibes. That's spirit. You're a spiritual wackadoo. No, dummy. It's actually called constructive and deconstructive interference waves. So when we come together, sometimes you go in a room and you have constructive waves. You're all together and the wave gets even higher. You're amplifying your vibrational frequency. Constructive interference waves. And then you have sick people in your everyday life. They try to put you down. That's called deconstructive interference waves. And even when, I share with science, some people will try to mock and shame you. And that's why it's important, when you're dealing with trauma, you have to work on this trauma. You have to realize that we're in a spiritual war. And you have to move forward and look at the consciousness scale. Identify fear, guilt, and shame. Like I'm getting trauma right now. Someone said, can I get a 5x5 in the chat? Amy writes, the best teacher around. Thank you very much, Amy. I appreciate you. Hopefully the 5x5s are coming in. Yeah, we got the 5x5s. Listen, I have trauma as well now. We're trying to get a message out to the people. We don't know what's going to happen. And all we could do is synchronize our vibration. We have to reach critical mass. That's why it's taking so long. Constantly, we might lose people to the other side. We lose people to the other side. And they're actually trying to deconstruct the wave that you've amplified. And you have to realize this right now. There are many traumas that we're all dealing with, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So let's, oh wow, look at that. Dion Sandals writes, public school equals 555 satanic gematria. Oh yeah, got to watch out for the public school system. So let's send out a vibrational. I was there for 17 years. Let's put out a vibrational frequency so that everyone can heal their traumas. The next part of the video, we're going to talk about past lives, childhood, and World War III. Many traumas. If you're listening to this, if you're feeling trauma coming up, if you're experiencing anxiety, it's validated. And we're here to heal it together. That's why it's really important that we stick together. And again, as we're going through this today, as you guys stumble into this live stream, please click the like button. It's going to help others find this message on their stream. RoboTrex23, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. I love you. D'Amber, thank you so much for the support. D'Amber writes, Grand Rising, Michael. Finally catch you live. Hello to all the other warriors. God bless everyone. Much love and happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Yeah, we're gonna have the happy holidays this year. We gotta amplify the vibe as we approach the holiday season. So we're all together, and you know, everyone's experience with the holiday season is different. You know, some people, they are surrounded by family, and some people, they are alone. And that's what we're all here to do. We talk about the 8 dimensions of wellness on our Patreon. If you'd like to join our Patreon, there's a link in the description. You know, there's 8 dimensions to our wellness, and maybe in one area you're struggling, and you know, you could look at someone else and they're doing good at that area, but you don't know what someone else is dealing with on their journey. Maya T, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. We're all dealing with healing traumas. So your DNA, it holds all the codes from your ancestors. You actually might be the leader of your family. You actually came in backwards order, right? Like, you know, you might actually be the eldest in your family. You might actually be older than your grandparents and your great-grandparents. You actually might be the oldest one. If you're new to this, you know, you've lived many lives, and all of the codes are in your DNA. So you are the one for your family that's going to heal the entire family lineage right now. And it's very important that you deal with these traumas. We could have traumas from past lives. And some things you might struggle with. Sometimes you have a irrational fear. Do you have an irrational fear about something on your journey? You say, oh, why am I so afraid of this? Why am I so, you know, petrified of this? Well, you might have something from past lives that causes trauma. You got to heal it. And over the course of the journey, then all of a sudden you say, oh, I'm not so fearful anymore. Childhood. You know, when you were younger, you know, things might have happened to you. And it throws you off your path. We download subconscious programs. That's why I have shared many times, all attacks go to the children. They attack you while you're a child. If you're here to save our children, to save our species, why don't you write save our children in the chat right now? Save our children. You were a child once, and you took this trauma, which is also a subconscious program, with you throughout your life. Dr. Bruce Lipton also shares about this. You might be beaten down as a child mentally with a subconscious program called I do not deserve. Do you have some kind of program? You say, oh, I don't deserve this. And you're broadcasting this into the ether. And then all of a sudden these things don't come to you. You say, oh, why does this never happen for me? Oh, the good things never happen to me. Because in the subconscious mind, we were attacked as children. We saw things, especially with satanic Disney. When I was younger, we used to watch Disney movies. Remember Disney movies? And we have to ask the question, how come in many of the Disney movies, a parent always dies? And they say, well, they got to teach the kids. No. They're causing trauma. A 5-year-old watching a parent die. There goes Bambi's mom. Boom! They blow the head. Kids are watching this. I was like all of you. I just thought it's a Disney movie. But they were causing trauma. They're casting spells to beat our humanity down. Robo Trex, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, I appreciate that. Wow, children are watching it with their parents. Watch before school with my mom. Love your singing bowl. Save our children. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that, Mom. And many people are watching with their parents. That's what this is all about right now. If you're watching with your children, we have to. And I want you to pay attention to this, because you could do this. I was there. If you are saying to yourself, well, you know what? I don't know if I like what's going on in this school. I want to check out what's going on. You have the right, parents. Trust me, I was there. I know this. You have the right to sit in the class for the day. You want to go to school for the day, you absolutely could go in there. They might ask you if you have a certificate if you took a bioweapon, though, so you might not be allowed. You might not be allowed in the building. So we have to wake up. So look at all the trauma that's going on right now. Some parents, they might not even be able to reach where their children are. The parents have trauma. The children have trauma. It's trauma during World War III. And that's what this message is about. It's about healing the trauma. It's about pulling our family back together. See, the family was broken apart. Can't pay the bills, both parents working, no time for the children, throw the children in the school as a babysitting service. Everything was shattered. They wanted to hold dominion over livestock, so they broke the family. Now it's bringing back the family. If you're here to bring back the family, please write bring back the family. Because that's what we're doing right now. And you know what? These are the things for the children to watch. Years ago, I learned about this. I know many of you know this, but we always have new people. I used to be in the fake matrix schools as a science teacher. And, we learned that the children were watching these crazy things. They had these viral videos. They had the Momo challenge years ago. You could look that up. What is the Momo challenge? And why were these videos getting children to hurt themselves? So look at all the trauma that's out there. And that's why we're making this message. Over the past few years, they're building up the trauma. They build up all of this anxiety. People were watching idiots eating Tide Pods. We don't give permission for that. We don't condone that activity. And that's, what we were seeing. I collaborated with many parents over the years, and I still do so today. And that's why it's important for children to watch a positive message and not satanic trash. We have to wake up. We're all healing. Yeah, Kim is right. Heal the inner child. We all have to heal the inner child right now. That's why, we might have families that, You know, you say, oh, why are my parents acting weird? Oh, why are my friends acting weird? Because when we're a child, right, we look to our parents. Luckily, on my journey, I have wonderful, beautiful parents that are awake, alert. Some parents, I share, I talk to some of my friends, and they have no communication with their parents anymore. They're totally gone. Some of them, they don't have communication with their children because the children believe the satanic mind control from Baal, the possessor. We have to wake up to this right now. We have to put on the full armor of God, be sealed in the forehead, and move forward. And that's what this is all about. It's all about removing this trauma. Think about all these things that create trauma in our everyday life experience. And we have to remove this trauma. And no one is immune to it. I go through it as well, just like all of you. A lot is sleeping right now. Yes. Yes, meta means dead in Hebrew. Watch out for the metaverse. You got to watch out for those apps that say powered by Meta. Isn't it crazy what's going on in the world? They tell you right to your face. Yeah, look up Meta in Hebrew. We got to look at these things, And some people don't want to look at these things. A lot of people didn't want to look at that trash known as Balenciaga. But we're going to keep raising awareness. Again, if you missed that video yesterday, please go on the channel page. And don't forget to watch that one too. We're going to keep raising awareness. Yeah, a lot of people are dealing with mental health. We share about mental health awareness. You might be sad. You might be dealing with things. I'm dealing with them as well. Yeah, get the scripture going, Eric. We have to flood this earth with light. This light is so strong that it penetrates solid matter. The light penetrates all the way deep under the ground. Yeah. What's under the ground? What's under the ground, light warriors? The light of Christ that's coming in right now from the great solar flash, it's penetrating through solid matter. And it's illuminating everything. It's removing all of this stuff that it's not going to be part of our world anymore. Our world, our frequency is rising up right now. Yeah, a lot of people are dealing with depression, Melissa, absolutely. And you're experiencing changes from people. They're acting weird, right? If you're just tuning in right now, and please let us know, are you witnessing people like you knew them for a while? It's not even them anymore. You got to watch out for the 440 hertz frequency, yeah. Years ago, the Rockefeller Foundation retuned mainstream music to 440 hertz frequency. It's the furthest frequency from any of the core creator frequencies. We have to listen to 432. Thanks for sharing that. Let's recalibrate ourselves. We're bombarded by this filth all the time. That's why you come to our everyday lives, to pick up your frequency. So please give the video a like so others find this message of positivity. And let's put out the 432 hertz frequency, God's frequency. It's the universal frequency. Yeah. It's timeline. Yeah, the different timelines right now. There's different timelines. Frank, thank you so much. I love you, Frank. You're the lion, Frank. Frank writes, get out of self, be of service to others. The traumas fade away. Love you guys. I love you, Frank. Got to watch out for, the mocking and the shaming. Tremendous group chat. Yeah, please subscribe to the channel. You could be part of this tremendous group chat. And if you haven't done this, yesterday is a reason why. I might come back on tonight. So if you click subscribe, if you click the bell, and then you're going to see, select all. It's going to pop out, select all. Yesterday was the real reason why you really have to select all. People, a lot of people, it took them a while, but people are finding the message. We have to go forward, even though we're bombarded with this spiritual warfare on a daily basis. And if you're hearing this message right now, if you're struggling with anxiety, what is anxiety? It's fear of the future. Why do we have fear of the future? Because of the familiar past. And again, I'm using this as an example. So what could be an example that we're happening right now during World War III? The spiritual war. I might have, dealt with 2 live streams malfunctioning. I think it's going to happen again today. I have trauma. I think it's going to happen again. I've been attacked by friends that I've had on my journey. It happens again. I think it's going to happen again. But we have to remove this trauma. We have to realize we're going this way. We have to realize it's a rapture that's happening. It's a split of frequencies right now. And we could go one way or the other. So you have to focus on where you're going, because all you could do is be the lighthouse. Are you a lighthouse? Remember the lighthouse? All you could do is shine the light. Others see the light. They say, oh, I want the light. If they don't want it, they go away. Remember, the lighthouse doesn't go out to the ocean. It doesn't rip its base out and say, oh, I'm going to go out. And the lighthouse doesn't go out to the ships. No. The ships go to the lighthouse. So all you have to do is stand. I'm showing I stand. I present from authenticity. If people don't like it, they could continue going off into the darkness. That's fine. That's how you have to be. Remember, everyone wakes up through free will. So all you could do is be the lighthouse. And people through free will, they say, oh, I want some of that light. And some people, they're on their other frequency right now. Look for the ego during this time. A lot of times when you're attacked by friends and family, they are rooted. They have these deep roots in the ego. There's nothing we could do. There's a mass psychosis across the world that's happening. We have to break free of this mass psychosis. And everything is allowed to happen. Why is it allowed to happen? Because of free will. But once free will is broken, and that happened in 2020. Oh, free will was broken, so now it's all out. Remember, the devil has come down with great anger because he knows his time is short. When 2020 happened, many things broke the law of free will. That's why the archangels are here now. You'll never know. A lot of people will never see the ending of this. We're all in it right now. We have to keep moving forward with the full armor of God. Oh, Lynn Roberts. I love you, Lynn. Thank you so much for that, Lynn. Lynn Roberts writes, remember who you are. We all have to remember who we are at this time. And we have to remember our families at this time. When that time in 2020 when everything was closed, it was actually a good time. I spent more time with my parents. We brought back the family dinners, We had more family. And that's what we need right now. And they're making everything harder and harder, right? You can't even afford some of the things for family dinner anymore because of the fake inflation. It's man-made, created inflation. It's not a natural thing. I had to learn all these things in the past few years. Inflation is actually an attack on humanity. We have to wake up to this right now. It's being manipulated. It's being done on purpose. All the basics are going higher and higher. The food, the electric bill. Isn't the electric bill sky high right now? Isn't that crazy? We have to wake up to what's going on right now. They're trying to squeeze the family. But we have to rise up right now. And how can we make this back? What do? We disconnect from these corporations and we collaborate as the everyday life people. Amy writes, $6 for eggs. I know the feeling, Amy. It's forced me to cut down on the amount of eggs I eat per week. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy what's going on. So, wow. That happened to me, Antoinette, too. The electric bill is sky high right now. It's unbelievable. And these are the things that I've shared this with you. If you live simple, it's easy to make it through this time period. If you live through prestige, if you think you need prestige, if you think you need the fancy car that burns up all the gas, why is the gas so high? Does anyone know why the gas is so high right now? The price of gas is going up. That causes a lot of trauma, a lot of anxiety. When is it going to stop? We need the gas to get around, you know? Pamela writes, property taxes is a scam. Yeah, property taxes, a scam. You never own your home. The taxes keep going up. Again, I'm looking at, I said, what? Where is this all going to? Keeps going higher and higher. What about the people? What about the everyday life people? That's what it's all about. We have to become sovereign beings right now. We can't get, I know, right, Digital? It's that old man's fault over there, right? He's to blame, right? That's what the narcissists do. They blame others. They don't take responsibility for all the corruption. Where's all the money going? Does anyone know where all the money is going? You could let me know in the chat right now. Yeah, Dion, that's a clown right there. That's a clown. They're clowns. They work for an entity known as Baal. But Michael is here now. And so are the others. You have to realize that during this time period. You have to embrace that. You have to have the inexhaustible belief. When people try to gaslight you and shame you, you have to move forward, because who else is going to do it? Do it and realize that nobody else is going to do it. If you can do something that nobody else can do, would you do it or would you be fearful? They try to pump fear into you. Oh, you can't do it. You better believe you could do it, because ain't no one else gonna do it, kid. It's up to you. I've shared this over and over again. Not only do you have faith in God, but right now God has faith in you, because it's free will, and the people, we the people, have to bring us all to the new earth. We're all healing trauma, and we're all becoming the person that we came here to be. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And if you know someone on your journey, they're dealing with anxiety, why don't you please share this message with them today? If you like to go into more detail, uncensored, if you like to be part of Zoom meetings, we have a Patreon. The link is in the description. I'm grateful for all of you. Please subscribe to the channel. You never know if I come back at night. I might come back tonight. Don't go anywhere. It's crazy, you know, but we all have to stick together. We're all healing our lineage. We're all coming together. If you like to check out Ireland's video, she's going to be going live next. We have to learn about all these things. We're all sharing and collaborating together. You're meeting your family. You're meeting your family from past lives. It's look at your life. You say, oh, look at all these people that left, and look at all these new people that are coming in. It's happening by a divine design. It's the exchange. The exchange. Some of the people you had on your journey, maybe they weren't supposed to make it to the end, because we're going through a total reset right now. A reset and a removal of the lion. Yeah, the lion. The lion knows. So I love each and every one of you. Share this message. If you missed yesterday's video, please go to the channel page. Share our messages. I'm grateful for all the support sharing. Please subscribe to the channel. I might come back again tonight. Who knows what's happening? You never know. I could come across in any dimension at any time. Realize that. Realize your power. You are an interdimensional, infinite being. And they try to make you forget how powerful you are. You've lived many lives. You're healing the traumas from many lives. And now you're becoming the person that you came here to be for World War III. Oh, that rhymes. Look at that. But there's nothing to be fearful of because the war is done in the mind. It's a spiritual war. I love you all. I hope this message motivates you, encourages you. Leave comments. I love you all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light. And so it is. Love you all. Bye for now.